well, are they giving up my social security number? Are they giving up my address? Let me tell you, there are a number of ways that this artificial intelligence benefits you. Hey y'all, this is Tamika, the face behind Hey HR. So y'all, I have a good topic as usual. Y'all know I say that in the beginning of all of my videos because I think all of my topics are super amazing, and this one is one that's going to help you. It's definitely a tool that's used behind the scenes that a lot of folks don't realize is being used, or we get a little confused when we get messages from this method. And so that method is using artificial intelligence in recruiting. So you're like, Tamika, what the heck is artificial intelligence and why does it have to do with HR or recruiting? Well, now a lot of companies are using artificial intelligence, which is where you put your information out in the world and they gather that information for whatever they may need. So artificial intelligence is not only used for recruiting, but it's also used to make sure that you get the perfect sales throughout your social media sites whenever those sales ads pop up. Is whenever you open your email and all of a sudden you notice that you're getting a new email from somewhere else that you never even visited the site before. It's when you're getting those phone calls and they're asking you, hey, do you want to buy this? Or we saw this warranty with this. Artificial intelligence is used to gather your information so that you can be targeted for a specific purpose. But in recruiting, it is used to gather your information to get you into a position. So you're like, well, Tamika, why do they have to go look for my information? A lot of times when it's difficult to find someone for a role, then recruiters are left with applicants. Maybe they have just a handful of applicants that turned in and none of them really fit what they're looking for. And so what recruiters will do is use that artificial intelligence so that they can find their candidate that has the skills, who's probably satisfied at their current job and not really looking to go anywhere else. Or maybe it's a person who really isn't eager about applying or doesn't know how to find them. So what they do is use artificial intelligence to find that person. The only ones I'm familiar with is Hire Tool, Seek Out, Hire Easy is the previous name, is now the name for Hire Tool. There are tons more that you can use, but that's what we use. So you're like, Tamika, how do they get my information? How do they create this artificial intelligence? Artificial intelligence is created by you putting your information out on any public site. So let's say you go ahead and you're looking for a car and you register a profile with them. Well, Google uses that artificial intelligence, and Google is the main powerhouse behind this. So many people have Gmail accounts. Google is just the big hub for searching for anything. Obviously, you can use other platforms to do searches, but since Google is so powerful, it uses that information and sells out those leads to different companies or partner with companies to let them know what that lead is. I'm not saying that Google is definitely giving out your personal information where you're like, are they giving out my social security number? Are they giving out my address? No, it's giving out more generic or overall information. It uses social media sites as well. If you didn't just do a profile while looking for a car or looking for furniture or buying a house, then what it's also doing is using your social media information. If you're on LinkedIn, IG, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, you use information to create that profile. It takes that information and looks at what you search on a regular basis, what interests you, what do you pause on, what do you like, what do you share, and use that to determine what your likes are, what your interests are. In artificial intelligence for recruiting, we primarily gather your name, your phone number, links to whatever sites you're on, as well as your location, not your address, but mainly the city and the country or the state. It'll also gather what phone numbers you may have out there, the number of emails that you may use, and then it pushes that information out to different companies that use that information for leads. So we use that for recruiting. And that aspect is not only pulled out the information I just listed, but it will also pull out what companies you've worked for, what job titles you've held, primarily your key duties. So now you're like, Tamika, I really feel like there's a robot that is bugging me and is following me, and what do I do with this because my information is just out there? But this information benefits you, particularly in recruiting. So one way that it benefits you is that it is automatically going to bring interest of things you like. So instead of you going hard for a search for it or doing a hashtag search or a total Google search and finding this information, it surfaces that information to you, particularly on social media sites. I am always interested in career coaches because I'm a career coach. I'm always interested in planners because I like using planners. I'm always interested in things that connect with those two things. On my feeds, on all my social media sites, those things come up to me as suggestions. The same thing happens whenever you're looking for employment or may not be looking for employment. It will also give you information that helps educate you for your job. Things that you're doing around the house, things that you may interact with on a regular basis. It can tell from what you purchase, what you buy, what you click on, what you pause on, what you interact with, what you search, that these are the things that you may be looking for next. It almost kind of thinks ahead for you. It's not just sitting here and gathering your information and dishing it out. It's using it in a way to make sure that you're being approached by things that you're interested in. And obviously the last way that it benefits you is that it connects you with employers, it connects you with new job opportunities. You might be totally comfortable in your job, right?
Nothing's wrong, ain't no issues, you know, I'm pretty good. I come in, I do my thing, I head out for the day.
But guess what? As soon as it sees this job opportunity for you, a recruiter go through, search that information, pull your information up. Just maybe that recruiter might give you more days off. That recruiter might give you a higher salary. That recruiter might give you that higher job title that you were actually looking for. And so it really benefits you in a lot of ways. So make sure that you be careful. Right now the world is changing in such a way where we don't really feel protected because there are laws in the US that protects us on so many different things. Particularly this stuff is super duper new, right? So make sure that you be careful. Make sure you look for that signature area that says what company they're with, what their job title is, what their phone number is, information where you can know who this is. If you don't see that, but you see links in there, don't click it. If you see misspelled words, ignore it. If you start seeing attachments, don't click on them. A lot of times hackers use artificial intelligence to hack you. So yes, you're gonna find recruiters that use it. They're gonna have all that identifying information in there. They may have a misspelled word. I hope that they don't. But let's say that they do have a misspelled word. You still have their signature information, you know, their job title, the company they're with. They probably have a link to their company website and you can see in that link their company name. If you get an email or you get a text message or something from a hacker, that link is gonna be really short. It's probably gonna have letters that don't make any sense. It's not gonna have a name of a company. Make sure that when you look at the email address, on the email address, make sure that it says something that makes sense to you. It says Google, it says Yahoo, it says a company's name, not that it says for you or special.com. Make sure that it makes sense in that area between the @ symbol and the .com area. Artificial intelligence is definitely helpful, making sure that you find the right job opportunities, and I don't want to discredit the fact that you should definitely respond to those. I just want to make sure that you're being safe while you're doing it. I've been approached by hackers who would send me emails and text messages telling me that they have a job offer for me. Well, I never interviewed. I never met anyone. How can you have a job offer for me? Make this make sense. So if it doesn't make sense for you guys, don't y'all mess with it. And let's not forget that the most important part that I want you guys to be careful for is making sure not to give any of your information. Do not give them your passwords. Do not give them your account information. Do not go and put your credit card or your debit card into things. Be very, very careful. They will use that one avenue as soon as you click on it to hack into your computer, your phone, and get all of your passwords, all of your saved credit card information, all of your information that could potentially harm you. But guys, I don't want to tell y'all that you should ignore all of these messages that come that you didn't go out there and seek for this information. When recruiters reach out to you, don't feel bad to go and look at their LinkedIn profile. Look at their company name. If you don't feel comfortable hitting that link, Google search their company's name and see what comes up. See if you can find a picture of them there, or see if you can find something that pertains to the job, particularly in a career site of where they have that job opening for you. I do want you to be careful because there's so many twisted areas to this thing. I mean, every time I say something, I'm like, hold up, but no, not really. That's not an absolute. I definitely want you guys to know that sometimes me myself, I go and use artificial intelligence to recruit for talent that's hard to find. So I don't post that job because I don't want to give all of these folks these hopes that you can get this amazing job when in actuality you can't. So I don't want to waste your time applying. I don't want to waste your time getting a rejection email or hurting your feelings with that. And I definitely don't want you to think that, hey, if I did a quick screening, you're up for the job offer. To save all of those feelings, to save all of those issues, if it's a high level position and it's really a strategic type of position, then I would use artificial intelligence, find your information, reach out to you, and just might not have that job posted. I don't know about other recruiters, I don't know about other talent acquisition specialists, but me personally, when I send out that type of email, I let folks know this job is not listed on our website because we are looking for a particular set of skills. So some of the tools that's used by talent acquisition specialists for artificial intelligence or to gather that artificial intelligence are two of them that I already mentioned. mentioned Hire Tool, which is now changed their name to Hire East. And I've already mentioned Seek Out. Well, another one is Lead IQ. So Lead IQ is primarily used for sales, but we also use it for recruiting. Another one that's used is LinkedIn. Another one that we would use is Indeed. All of those have artificial intelligence in it because as I'm typing things in, it's always trying to guess my next step. And it will let me do Boolean searches, which is where I can say, I want this person by this location, this number of years of experience, type of skill set, this degree from this college, previously worked at this company, to narrow my search down. Because I can do a quick search on just a job title or location and end up with 100,000 different names. I want to get it down to below 100. So I'm going to do more and more different criteria on there that just may be difficult to find so they can narrow my pool down. So y'all, this was a super quick video in my opinion, and I think that it's really a helpful video because it's definitely telling you guys what different tools that recruiters are using, how to be prepared for them, what to look out for, all that good stuff. And so I hope that you guys definitely found this video interesting. If you made it this far in the video, then do me a favor and consider subscribing. If you have already subscribed, then please at least give your girl a thumbs up. I thank you guys so much for watching this video. I can't wait to see y'all on the next one.